She was just a girl, a teenage slave, fragile, forgotten, powerless in the eyes of Rome. But heaven knew her name. They told her, just say the words, I am not a Christian. And she could walk free. No more pain, no more prison, no more waiting for death. But Blandina whispered something else. I am a Christian, and we do nothing evil. They beat her, they tied her to a stake, and let wild beasts circle her. They burned her flesh and broke her bones. And every time they stopped, expecting her to collapse, expecting her to curse their gods, expecting her to scream, she didn't. She sang, not in defiance, but in worship. She sang to the one she loved more than life, the one who had died for her. And now, she was ready to die for him. But let's rewind. This wasn't in Jerusalem. This wasn't during Nero's madness in Rome. This was Lyon, modern-day France. The year was 177 AD. The church was still young, still burning with the fire of Pentecost. But Rome's hatred hadn't cooled. In Lyon, believers were arrested, mocked, starved, and thrown into the arena. The world watched and cheered, and among them was this small, quiet girl. Blandina wasn't expected to endure. Her friends said she was weak in body, but strong in spirit. She was tortured day after day, but the more they tried to break her, the more she glowed. The Roman officials were confused. One of them said, "We have never seen someone like her. She shamed even the strongest men." On the final day, they tied her in a net, tossed her to the wild bulls. And as she was flung through the air, trampled and broken, eyewitnesses say she looked upward and she smiled. They called it madness. Heaven called it worship. And then she died, not with screams, not with curses, not with regret. She died singing. That was over 1800 years ago. But the question she leaves behind still echoes in our generation. What kind of faith sings while burning? What kind of love smiles through pain? What kind of courage worships with lions at your feet? We sing in comfort. She sang in fire. We stay silent to avoid being cancelled. She spoke, knowing she would be killed. We compromise for likes. She was torn apart for love. This is not a fairy tale. This is not a myth. Her name was Blandina, and the blood she spilled still cries out to a generation losing its fire. Subscribe to Soaked in Truth for more real stories of courage, revival, and faith that won't bow. These aren't just stories. They're a call to remember, to awaken, to burn